was set to do her kindergarten registration, and 10 days after that she started complaining of a headache. I took her back to the doctor. He did some more tests, blood, all of that, and he said he was gonna ask the insurance company to authorize an MRI. She then, 7 days later, started to throw up, took her to the emergency room. They did the MRI at the emergency room, and they discovered that she had a tumor in her brain the size of an orange. She was 4 years old when she was diagnosed. When we took her in, they immediately sent her to Valley Children's that was the 22nd. On the 24th is when she had her surgery. It was an 8-hour surgery to have the tumor removed. Go ahead.
Good. All right. Cartwheel. Let's see them. Let's see those cartwheels. Let's see them. Woo.
Besides the chemotherapy, there's not a lot of outside medications that she takes. She does take GCSF or Neupogen right after her chemo treatments that help stimulate those stem cells to come back faster for the low grades. That will do it for her body because her body still has some stem cells. And then she takes an antibiotic every Saturday and Sunday just to help prevent pneumonia. The whole time she's on chemo, she'll take this antibiotic every Saturday and Sunday. It's just kind of a preventative thing. And then she takes her anti-nausea medicine while she's going through the chemo. We first went in, I kept getting letters saying that this was under internal review, which I figured because it's a brain cancer that's so rare, it basically had to go up the chain of command and say, what is this about and where does it fit in our policy? And then she got done with the low-dose chemotherapy and none of the bills had been paid, and I continued to receive letters that it's under internal review. And as we started to do the high-dose chemotherapy, which was the next step in the process, all of a sudden I get a call from my coordinator, which is the person that helps me at LA Children's. I also have one for Valley Children's. And she says, your insurance company is not wanting to pay for the stem cell replacement treatment. They're denying it. But sometimes insurance companies are just a little more difficult than others. I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna write them a letter, and I'm gonna send them documentation to make them pay for it. Okay, don't worry about it, this is my problem, you have enough to worry about, don't worry about it. Okay, she calls me back, says, I sent him all of this information that they wanted, they're still denying it. The doctor's gonna write a letter, he's gonna send up case studies, and he's going to actually call and talk to the insurance company directly. It's gonna be okay, we're either gonna start Friday or Monday, don't worry about it. Okay, then I get a phone call, we're not gonna be able to start this Friday, but we're gonna get her in on Monday, everything's gonna be fine, I'm gonna call you, Friday afternoon and set it up. Okay. I get a call at 4 o'clock on Friday that says, I don't know what to do, Julie. You're gonna have to call your insurance company, put it out there wherever you know, they're denying coverage. And the only way we can appeal it at this point is to send an appeal, US mail, to the post office box they've given us. They will not accept it from an email, they will not accept it from a fax, and they will not accept it FedEx. This is the only way. The person that the doctor talked to said the denial's been sent, it's out of my hands, this is your recourse. And I got off the phone and went inside and told my husband and said, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And all weekend we sat just beside ourselves of how in the world this was happening. And we got out their policy and we read the policy, and then we got the fourth denial letter in the mail. And then Monday morning I got up and I just said, no, this is not right. I'm not gonna let them tell me no, and they are going to pay for this. And so I put my daughter's picture on social media And one of my friends got it together and organized it and did it way better than me because I'm horrible at it. And all of a sudden, things started happening. I was getting calls, it was getting shares, people reaching out all over to say, what can we do and how can we help, and this is awful. And then I get a phone call that says, have you reached out to Kevin McCarthy? Let's call him. And lo and behold, a couple days later, it wasn't on Monday, I think it was on Tuesday, I get a phone call from Congressman McCarthy that says, tell me what's going on and how can I help? And the day after that, I get a call from my coordinator and she says, I don't know who you called and what happened, but I've got several phone calls from HealthNet saying, how can I fix this and how can we make it better? And I got an email the next day that said, it's approved. Congressman called me up, said I was happy to help. If you have any other issues, please let me know and I'll see what I can do. And that feeling of relief was so strong and instantly replaced with anger of how much worry I had invested in trying to get this worked out and people and not knowing, and then just this sadness of how many other people are they doing this to if they're doing it to me. If they're denying a 5-year-old, how many other people don't know what to do, don't know who to call, don't know how to fight it. None of us know what our future holds any more than we do for her. It's just a little bit more uncertain. But she has great spirits. She's responding well. She's happy. She laughs. She plays with her siblings. So for right now, we take it one day at a time, and each day we're just happy. When it finally got to the point to where she was delayed in her treatment and it still was not taken care of, when she was supposed to go in on a Monday and it's now Thursday and it's still not taken care of, and the first opportunity she's gonna have to do it is Monday, I was not in the room, but from what I've heard from my coordinator he was very upset with the insurance company and let them know that they are delaying her treatment, that this is progressive and it is a protocol and it has to be in a certain time frame, and that this is standard of care that all of the other patients that he gets, and that there's nothing that they're doing any different here than any of the other patients, and why are they denying it? So my amazing husband did this. It was his idea. When he was in the hospital with Abigail, she was in isolation, and he actually did these two in the hospital with her just to do a fun art project. And when he showed it to me, I said, well, we have to frame them. And when I said that, he said, well, we have to do all the kids. And so I came home from the hospital the next time, and he had done this for me. So the hands match the kids. So we have Zachary, who's 8. We have Addison, who will turn 7 tomorrow. And then we have Abigail, who just turned 5. But when it comes to my 5-year-old daughter, there's a special mama bear that stays down in there that just says nobody gets to mess with somebody's life like this and her shot at this already horrific process. And I question who made that decision, who thought it was a good idea to review a file of a 5-year-old and say, no, she wasn't 3 right now, so we're gonna say, no, this doesn't count. Or, oh no, this is investigational, it's not proven yet, when there's only 25 children in the world that have been diagnosed with it thus far. I wanna know how they thought that was okay, regardless of what policy is, their business decision of we are here to heal people and be here for the doctors that we send them to heal, and yet we're not going to take that doctor's advice, we're not going to take that doctor's literature, we're not going to take that doctor's letter, we're just going to sit here and deny this 5-year-old girl a chance at a life, a chance of entering kindergarten, of going to a prom, because our bottom line says it may or may not be proven. This was a doctor that they sent me to and their network. I didn't choose this doctor. They chose this doctor and then chose not to listen to the doctor that they chose for the treatment that he recommended for my daughter. And that is a travesty. And if they're doing it to me, they are doing it out there to everyone else. And they may not know how to do this, and they may be scared to stand up to them because they think they're a big insurance company. And then what if they deny something later? Well, I don't care what they deny later. This is wrong, and something needs to change in the system and in the way that this is done, because somebody was able to make a phone call and they listened, but they wouldn't listen to the doctor that they sent me to.
Films is dangerous, 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 dangerous. Hectic Films is danger.